Last time I told you I disappeared. Today I'm going to tell you what I lost before I did, and I mean everything. I started at $8 an hour. I want you to sit with that for a second. $8 an hour. I wasn't supposed to be anything special. Another Filipino working abroad, sending money home, living carefully. But something happened within 1 year. I took a business from $7.5 million to $12 million. They made me manager. And then the calls started coming. LA, New York, Miami, high-end retail, consulting, rooms full of people who had more money than most people see in a lifetime. And I was at the table. 6 figures, then more. I went from $8 an hour to a life I couldn't have imagined back home. And I spent every dollar of it. 5-star restaurants, high-end nightclubs, pool parties, rooftop bars, VIP, everything. Money wasn't something I saved. It was something I used to feel alive. Work hard, play harder. That was the whole philosophy. I wasn't building wealth, I was buying experiences. Because deep down, I think I already knew it wasn't going to last. The first sign wasn't the money, it was me. I started therapy because I wasn't happy anymore, and I couldn't understand why. I had everything, and I was miserable. So I made the worst decision you can make when you're trying to solve an internal problem. I looked for an external solution. I got married. Not because I was ready, not because it was right, because I thought it would fix what was broken inside me. It didn't. The marriage ended. And when it did, I had to start my entire life over. Financially, emotionally, everything. Depression hit different after that. Not the kind you talk about, the kind you hide. I isolated myself for months, stopped answering calls, stopped showing up. I was drowning. And there were moments, I won't pretend there weren't, where I wasn't sure I wanted to keep swimming. Close calls, the kind you don't talk about at dinner parties, the kind that change you permanently, whether you survive them or not. I survived them, but just barely. You want to know what the bottom looks like? $20. That's what I had in my bank account. $20. From 6 figures to $20. No friends around. I had pushed them all away. Just me. And $20. And a silence so loud it was almost unbearable. That's the number nobody tells you about. Not the 6 figures on the way up, the $20 on the way down. Everyone told me I was crazy. I was at my prime, career intact enough to rebuild, still had connections, still had the skills. And I bought a one-way ticket to the Philippines. I had some savings, enough to start something, but not enough to fail. No backup plan. Everyone said, "You're throwing your life away." You know what I thought? I thought, I'm finally taking it back. 4 years later, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm struggling, paycheck to paycheck some months, bad decisions made, business opportunities that weren't what they seemed. Moving too carefully when I should have moved boldly. You know what it feels like? Imagine LeBron James at his absolute prime, walking away from the NBA and choosing to play in an amateur league. That's what it feels like some days. All that experience, all that knowledge, all that hard-earned skill, and starting from zero in a place where none of it transfers the way you thought it would. But here's what's different now. The $20 taught me something the 6 figures never did. Money comes back. The time you waste not living doesn't. I'm still here, still building, still learning what this chapter is actually supposed to cost me. The number was 6 figures on the way up, $20 on the way down, and somewhere in between those two numbers, I figured out what actually matters. I'm Ghost, and I'm still here.